Alright guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Disney Store exclusive talking Luke Skywalker. So this is a 13-inch tall talking Luke Skywalker. He features over 15 phrases, lights and sounds, and he even comes with a removable helmet. These figures are all Disney Store exclusives and they're currently on sale for £20 each, which is an absolute bargain. And if you're an inbox collector, these are actually open fronted, so you can have a little play around with it. You can do a little bit of posing, but you also get to try the electronics.
You worry about those fighters, I'll worry about the tower.
And the electronics on these are fantastic. All of the boxes feature Vader on one side. On this end of the box we get the Star Wars logo and a picture of the Death Star. And round the back we get a picture of the figure and it shows you all the different features. So let's rip this guy out of the packaging and see what we've got. So I've got to tell you guys, these are impressive figures. I was a little concerned these might be all hollow and flimsy, but they're not. They're real sturdy, chunky figures. And for the price point, the sculpting is actually really well done. So the most difficult part of a figure to get right is always the head sculpt, especially on human figures. And this is really actually very good. In profile, that's a really nice head sculpt for Luke Skywalker. My only complaint really is the paint's a bit shiny. And then we have his chest panel. Now bearing in mind this is what's going to activate the sounds, they've got to incorporate a button on there. And it's pretty well hidden. And then we have this tubing, and this is all made of rubber. And it actually unplugs from that end. It even features the flight harness, and again, this is all just made of soft rubber. But it's nice and thick, so it's not going to snap when you start moving the legs around. The boots are nice too. We've got a nice shiny paint job, and then we've got this separate rubber piece. The back of the figure, not so hot. We've got the battery compartment, and we've got a lot of screws in there. But nobody looks at it from the back anyway. And on his arm, we can see we've got a pocket there with some sculpted in tools. The paint job on there, yeah, it's a little bit ropey. And then we come to the blaster, and this is pretty nicely done as well. Yes, it does have that big red plastic bit on the end, but that's so it can light up when you press the button. And also, with it being electronic, it has to be sculpted onto the arm. There's no getting around that. And then we have the X-Wing pilot helmet. Now, there is no weathering on this, but other than that, the paint is excellently done. You can see around the back all nice, clean, straight lines. And then we also have the chin strap, and you can see that goes all the way around the back, so that's not going to fall off on the sides. And it even opens as well. If you just push that from the back, you can slide that open. So if you want to, you can use that way to put it over the figure's head. Actually, it works without taking that off, so you don't really need to worry about it. And when you put the helmet on the head, it is pretty tight to go on there, so it may cause a little bit of damage over time. So let's take a look at the articulation. It's probably better than you're going to expect. It actually has a ball jointed head and a hinge, just like the Black Series figures. As for the arms, they're both completely different. So the one with the electronics in, obviously that's got wires running through there, so you're not going to have full articulation. But you can move it up and down, and you can also swivel it to a point. So it's not completely static. This arm, however, you can move that in and out, you can move it around. We have a hinge at the elbow, and at the wrists we've got a swivel. At the waist we can turn it, it only goes so far. And if you look around the back, we've actually got this rubber piece overlapping there, and there's no damage getting caused to that. As for the legs, they're actually on ball joints, but we've got this rubber section there that is hindering it slightly. So in theory, you could go all over the place with them, but you are limited because of those. Then we've got a hinge at the knee and a hinge at the ankle. So the articulation, although not perfect, is very, very good for an electronic figure. Speaking of electronics, let's take a look. First we've got this little button on his arm, and that's to activate the blaster. And for the blaster we seem to have two different sounds. So we've got... and we've got... And the speech, apparently we have over 15 different phrases, so let's take a look at what we've got.
Get clear, Wed. You can't do any more good back there. I can't shake it. You worry about those fighters, I'll worry about the tower. Watch yourself, increase speed full throttle. No sign of any... Wait, 90.35. Be just like Beggar's Canyon back home. R2 trying to increase the power. Red leader, we're right above you. Turn to point 05. We'll cover for you. I'm hit, but not bad. R2, see what you can do with it. Nothing. I'm all right. Not on your life. That little droid and I have been through a lot together. My scope's negative. I don't see anything. This is red 5. I'm going in. I'm on it. R2, That stabilizer's broken loose again. See if you can't lock it down. I got a little cook, but I'm okay. I've lost R2. Red 5 standing by. You okay, R2? Good. Big's wet. Let's close it up. We're going in full throttle. That'll keep those fighters off our back.
So I've got to say, guys, these figures are very impressive. These are not for sideshow purists, but if you want to have fun with a figure, these are great. Adults or kids, these have got something for everybody, and I highly recommend them. Gotta say a big thanks to UK Toy Collector 77 and Daniel East 1000 for putting up videos of these. I could not buy these fast enough when I saw those. So the best place to get these right now is at the Disney Store. They've got an online shop. You can get next day delivery. These are a bargain at £20. Fantastic. This has been Luke. Thank you for watching.